we're no good without one of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So from that feeling, I was like, cool, okay, bet. I need to make sure that I share properly, but it's that thing. You got to learn how to be selfish. Be selfishly smart.
Love, hold on, I had it.
You're good.
Love is going the distance for another person.
Yeah.
Marriage allows you not to have to.
Ooh, yeah, we might get in the pod right there. Lord. Whoa.
Oh, man.
Whoa. Yeah, you just blew me
That's
away
a bar.
right there.
That's a bar.
That's
a bar. That's a bar.
I'm a man who.
That's a bar.
I'm a man who's always been somebody who's like, and I do it all the time. I'll be like, Lauren, eat. I'm good. Like I figure it out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's me. How I love, and she's like, shut up.
Eat.
Mm-hmm. But marriage is like, no, you're gonna eat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. That's where that 50 and 50 meet.
Yeah.
That's what 100 and 100 meet, my boy. I promise.
You know
I promise. Oh, I'm sorry. That's crazy. Because you really could just do that.
Yeah.
And it lets you not have to do that.
And that's not
because you got somebody who's going to look at you and be like, listen, I need you as much as you need me.
The same way you'll sacrifice, she will. And I think sometimes our pride won't let them, like you said, pass the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all they're doing is loving you the way,
Hey, so I'm going to call her right now.
She going on with the studio. She finna walk in like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, hey, man. Hey, man, tune in to Lost in the Sauce podcast.
It's a fascinating thing, that feeling of, like you said, not being treated like a king, but being like when they ask the question and your answer is what happens.
Yeah.
And that's a weird feeling to be in, where someone goes, what should we do? And you say this, and they go, cool. And that's what happens.
Does that blow your mind now? Like in that space?
Bro, it blows my mind because I'm seeing a reflection in my own relationship.
Yeah.
I'm making decisions now, and I'm sure of them. Like in my unsurety of myself, I couldn't. It's crazy because I just had an incident a couple of days ago. My girl window, the motor was broken, and so we're taking it to the shop next week. But in the meantime, like it fell and it fell off the track, and I had fixed it before, but she wasn't in town to see me do it, so she didn't know. I mean, I told her I did it, but she was like, "It's odd. I'm not a mechanic guy," So I fixed it, and I felt so much uncertainty from her about me fixing it that it was annoying me. I told him, like, man, sometimes I don't like if it feels like you don't believe in me. And she was like, I respect that. But also, if you're timid and you're leading, what am I supposed to do to follow? And I was like, a lesson. So I look at my part as a prescription, and it was, we've been having conversations, I mean, since I got signed, and they're great. And they're incredible communicators, incredible executioners. Only if you know what you want.
Yeah.
And so it was a time where I felt lost, and I'm like going in a circle doing sessions. I feel myself growing. I feel my skills growing. I feel like my music vocabulary increasing. But I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing what I want to do. And then my boss, Katie, who I love dearly, and she was like, we only want to do what makes you excited. What makes you excited? Couldn't say nothing. I didn't know. Last trip to LA, I'm like, this makes me excited.
Yeah.
I'll give you everything I have in this field.
Yeah.
I'll give you everything I have in this field.
Yeah.
And still do other stuff. I'm not running away from any of the other genres or other challenges. I'm going to do that. But if I get the right nutrition in this, I'm really healthy. I'm really able to tell you I don't want to do that session because I need to do this. I was there for 2 days and got a cut with Daniel Lay.
Fire.
And I'm like, because working in this field, how I work, I know I can execute.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm learning pop. So, like, there's not a confidence in there that it's like, I know what I'm doing. You put me in a room with R&B, it's not a question. You put me in a room with some rappers, I'm not questioning that. Not because I'm confident in it, I know it.
Yeah.
I've lived it. I live it. I eat it, I drink it, I walk it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's mind blowing, but it all literally comes back to what are you doing for you? Like what are you willing to do for you? Like what are you willing to sacrifice to make you happy?
That's an important question that we have to ask ourselves at times,
bro. Especially as men, bro.
Yes,
it's so much for us to be the leader and provider of things. You can't do that unless you're selfish about yourself. You can't do that if you're not willing to be like, I really don't want to hang out with you motherfuckers right now.
Mm-hmm. And you got to be certain about it.
Certainty, bro.
And then walk in it. Because you can say, you really talking to me.
Bro. It's... I look at a Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones has been married, I want to say like 4 or 5 times. Mm-hmm. Got about 9 kids.
Yep.
I don't think he regrets any of the divorces he had. Because they didn't fit what he was doing at that time. And he was like, I can't, I'm not going to keep you around. I'm still going. I'm still grinding. That's certainty.
Yeah.
That's certainty enough to be like, I know this is a good thing. You're a good woman. Thriller is more important to me, though. I'm like, damn, that's certainty. And, like, that doesn't mean you have to leave your partner or anything. But, like,
just being able to make that decision, like,
man,
that tough decision and be certain about it.
Bro.
Yeah. That's the thing, the decision. That's what I kept hearing all the time. What was the phrase? You're not going to always get it right, but don't be afraid of making decisions.
Man.
And it's like, if you're afraid of even choosing to do or not to do, you're already, you're done. Because you just got to pick. And once you pick, live in it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't work out, adjust. But to adjust is to make a decision to change something. You know, so you have to be okay with making decisions. Because you're not going to always get it right.
I heard somebody say, maybe I did. Maybe it's just me. But you can sit in the gray. You can't stand in it.
That was you.
Oh.
You told me that.
you can't sit. Like, you can sit and get perspective in that gray zone.
You're the only person I ever met that quote themselves and be like, was that me?
Bro, because, and let me tell you how important this place is and why I love it and why I'll miss it, but I know I'm going to take what this is wherever I go. Bro, I'm good. I'm not as good as the things I be telling people, though. I be having... So, behind you, it says preparation is a form of respect.
Yes.
That's me. I said that.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell that came from, bro. But when...
I honored it. When I came here for that session, like, bro, when I told you, I seen it up on the wall, and I said, oh, that's a bar.
Yeah.
Bro. So,
like, bro, I just move like that. Like, man, that's why when I was a few minutes late, I'm like, man, my bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm looking at it as like, y'all time is valuable. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the one to sit down with me, that's valuable. I cannot take that for granted. I got to make sure I honor that.
I appreciate it.
You know what I mean? So,
you said something about creation and being managed. And, like, I love that perspective. I'm going to give you the other side of the coin that I feel that music is music is the closest that we'll get to the mind of God.
Oh yeah,
mm-hmm.
I think I said that last time.
Yeah,
okay, I did, right?
Yeah.
And so, when I'm in this and doing this, I'm not. Quincy calls it the alpha state, where you're not thinking, like, you're just doing.
Yeah,
whatever is felt, you do. When people ask me for advice in here or ask me for a perspective, bro, I'm clocked out. Whatever's being sent to me is being said.
Yeah.
That great thing I just said,
bro,
I've never said it before. I don't feel, because I don't know if I was there. I'm not Muhammad. I'm not a prophet. I'm the same. When I'm in here, I give up. Like, it's not about me. It's about the music. That's why I don't like taking pictures, because I feel like it makes it about whoever's in the room. It's like, no, man, what we're doing is what this is about. I don't like when people make content when I'm in the studio. I'm like, I get this, what we got to do, but I'm almost like, let's fake some stuff after. Like, let's not ruin this moment.
Yeah.
Let's not ruin this spirit that's moving around.
Because what did Pharrell say? That it's the universe. Music is like a library.
Yeah.
It's like you just
swiping
check you check stuff out. You know what I'm saying? And then you use that. And that's really, like, what he's talking about, the not thinking part. That's really how it feels. That's like, it's especially when you get into that, what they call the flow state, when you're just moving and you don't think about what the hell you just did. You may not even fully people be like, how'd you do that, bro? I don't remember.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like,
I've seen him at work, like just coming in here and watching him. I've seen him where we like building a song from scratch, and Coleman, like he's over there, you know what I'm saying, in his corner, in his square, and he's mixing a song, and he just does something. And then he play it back in the bigs, and it's like, whoa, what? Like, where did you go with that? Like, how did you hear that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that right there.
Yeah.
How did you hear that? I remember right before I met you, right, like literally like a week before the Indigo Cafe, and this is the only reason I remember this, is I was talking to Jordan, and we were making something, and I realized that for the first time ever, I could hear shit before it happened. And that was the first time I ever felt that, and I was like, oh, that's the gift. I heard it, and now when I'm in the studio, I hear this. Hold on. We hear with our ears. There are no vibrations externally that give me what I'm hearing. It's all here. I can cover my ears and hear. I can close my eyes and see. I can shut my mouth and hear my voice. It all filters, right? It's that feeling he's talking about. The closest thing to God is this.
It's spiritual, bro.
It is.
Man.
It 100%
It's so
is.
spiritual. Because where else is that coming from? I love artists like painters.
Yeah.
I love seeing them start on a blank damn canvas. Because I'm like, something is using you.
Yes.
Something is literally using you right now.
Visual art is.
I'm like, it's just insane. Like every stroke is a stroke that ain't been done before.
Yeah.
But you, bro, I just call the temple because I don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
If you come here and write about some shit that happened to you, and like it's just coming because it needed to. Like this is what has to happen. You could be the sorriest rapper in the world if that you're connected.
yes.
If you're doing that, I can't take that. I can't even play with that.
No, that's not a.
If you can't sing but you still writing these lyrics, I'm not finna laugh at you as you're recording.
No, because you're doing the hardest thing,
Bro.
not just the recording, but allowing that thing to come through. That is not easy.
It's not.
It's not. I've had plenty of moments where it may start and I feel it turn off. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, man.
Like, and it's not. People may call it inspiration. They can call it whatever they want, but it's that tapped in, whatever they want to say. I feel it come, and I feel it go. And man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's funny. I heard Russ talking about this. He's like, when it leaves, you wondering if it's ever gonna come back. You'd be like, man, it's been 12 hours since I really was like feeling like this. Is it ever gonna come back? You know? And I'll speak to this too. You talking about like people come in here and this thing happens. Like Chris Patrick, he notoriously he told his A&R, his name is Mizzy, cool ass dude, was telling me that he's more of a type of guy to come in, you know, get some beats, like listen to some beats, maybe write something, but he most likely in that session is not gonna do any recording, any heavy writing. It's gonna be, I'll take it home with me, do it in the crib, like do that. It's just that's how it is. His first night in here, bro, he did like 6 verses.
What?
And not because we them guys or none of that. It was because, as he kept saying, bro, he says, I've never felt so comfortable in a space like this.
Man.
That feeling, it's in the, you know what I'm saying? You allow for that to be open. And so he's not the first person to say that. But for the precursor, I heard that info from Mizzy before that happened. So I'm thinking the whole night, we just gonna make some beats, play some beats.
Yeah.
We'll be lucky if he leave with something. And then he pacing, writing, he like, all right, let's go. I'm like, you know what I mean? And he went crazy. And he was supposed to have, that was on a Thursday night. He was supposed to have 2 more sessions, Friday and Saturday was somewhere else. He did the first 2 or 3 verses. He told me, he was like, bro, just cancel those. Like, we here.
Man.
And not because we them guys. I'm not saying that to flex, no nothing.
That's hard.
I'm just saying that because that vessel he's speaking about, it exists amongst us. It exists amongst this space. I can't explain it.
It's important to acknowledge that we acknowledge that too.
Yes.
I've seen good people fall for the trap and take credit for that. And I see what it does to their mind.
Yeah.
That's where that ego gets sick when it's like you taking credit for like, nah, man.
You're taking credit for what God did. Nah.
Acknowledge it, and it'll keep going.
Yeah.
I have to speak to the Grammy office tomorrow, and they actually invited me to speak on just something I've done that I can like talk about. Like I made this song, what I used, what inspired it, you know. Mm-hmm. And bro, when I got asked, I was grateful. I've been terrified, bro. I don't know what I be doing, bro. I don't be looking, and like I don't like repeating steps. Sometimes I'll do something different for no particular reason.
Bro, same.
Just to make sure like this song is unique.
Bro, same.
I'll use that keyboard. I don't go back to the same sound because I don't even know what sound I used to begin with. You know.
Yeah.
I manipulate that sound. I do weird things, and I don't keep track. You know, because I think about the greatest of songs that have existed can only happen one time.
Yeah, for sure.
That keyboard, for example, D'Angelo's Voodoo album can only happen one time. The way they tweaked that amp for Brown Sugar can never be done again because the amount of dust that was in there at that particular time. Or if his elbow was hurting when he was playing keys, he can only do so much at that particular time.
Man.
It's a capturing of that moment. I don't like replicating.
Yeah.
Like I'm not in the business of replicating.
And that's a gift. That's
it's truly a gift.
It's a gift.
Like it's literally a present. Like we are now able to capture the spirit of the moment. That's a gift.
That lightning in the bottle thing is real. I was talking to Concept. Mm-hmm. I was telling him and Brandon both 98 Hughes was talking to either both of them or one of them was whatever it was that because they really great at taking photos. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, do y'all realize like what y'all do? Y'all freeze time. You manipulate time in the form of an image. That's the coolest shit ever.
Yes.
What we were talking about the first time, you know, you encapsulated in audio. Can never happen again.
Never.
You know what I mean? You take a moment in time and you get to keep it.
That exact same conversation.
Yeah.
Is just is for that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like same with AB, just where he was at the time. Just being vulnerable and in that place.
Yep.
That was that for that time.
That was that for that time.
So it's even more beautiful seeing you guys like evolve and what would you call it? Evolving or mastering?
Oh, evolving.
Evolving for sure.
I don't think you can. Is it raining?
I think that's some rain.
That's beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's beautiful. It's evolving because we're not done.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even down to our style, down to the way we cut our hair.
Mm-hmm. At me next time.
You know, it's like who knows what we'll get next time? You know what I'm saying? Right. Like who knows? Like so, it's like we're evolving, but like that's what life is to evolve. Like that is all we're put on this earth to be better and evolve, and they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to be better, you're evolving.
For sure.
And that decision, back to it, you can decide to do that.
Yeah.
Nothing was ever more frustrating. Y'all ever watch Pokemon?
Yeah, the motherfucker wouldn't evolve.
Wouldn't evolve, bro. By a choice. Too stubborn.
Pikachu is a stagnant person.
Yeah, 100%.
He's really the villain.
Low key.
In the thing.
Yeah.
He's cute. Yellow, big tail, big ears.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, he never decided to take that next step. Who knows?
He get mad if you try to.
Yeah, put him in Pokeball.
You know what I'm saying? That's not good for kids to see, really. Like, think about it, that's not good for kids to see.
It does allow them to be individualistic, but I will say I understand what you're saying. You know,
but in your individuality,
you
can evolve.
Yeah, it's okay to change.
You know, bro, I remember my great uncle, who I miss dearly because I'm so much more confident in my. He was always really big on conversation. Don't say nothing if you ain't got nothing to say. Very simple rules. Bro, I know what to say to him now, you know? And I remember when I started getting tattoos, and old school dude, he was like, what are you doing that for? You know? Completely understood where he coming from. But I answered him so confident, I'm like, man, this is who I am, man. Like, these things that I appreciate, like, this is my body. Like, you see, I'm still doing things in my life. I'm still exploring. And that was the one moment in time, this man who's a genius, I got to see him accept something like, you're right. I got to see him accept that, oh, who you are is who you are. What you look like or what you decide to do with yourself, if you don't allow it to change you, it won't change you.
That's fire.
When I get to California, bro, I'm going to get sleeved up.
Man.
But I still love God. I still love my wife, and I still want to help people. Yeah. And if you can't look past that, you ain't the person I'm supposed to be involved with. You know?
That's
And that's a lesson directly rooted here. This isn't the most high-tech luxury billionaire studio
at all.
I've done songs in those studios that don't sound anywhere near as good as what we've done in here, though.
Yeah,
we've worked with artists who, Grammy Award-winning artists, producers, who time and time again, I can just do it here. Yeah. They can get any studio they want to, access to whatever they want to. Ron Gilmore don't have to work in here.
It's a choice.
He don't have to work in here.
Yeah.
And Ron's like, I really enjoy being in here.
That's dope, man.
You know?
That's fire.
And he means it. Like it's weird. Because he really has that option. Like it's one of those things, like, because I've talked to some people and like I don't know them to the extent or the depth that I would know Ron's situation as far as who he is.
Yeah.
And, you know, his reach. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, no, he really can go anywhere and do anything at any given moment. And it's sort of like, I'd rather be here. And it's like, that's crazy, you know? And I'll speak to that, too, because Ron is a prime example that you can come home. Like, and like,
full circle
bro,
again.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
No, he's a prime example, bro. That he had a show about a month ago at this point. And look, his journey's insane. But for him to go, you know, New York and LA and be gone for 12, 13 years and to come back here and be welcomed with open arms, and he says, hey, I want to really make something out of this place because I've been everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And he wants to do more for here. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. And for him to come home and people be like, man, you know, we loved you from afar. It's great to love you up close, you know? And it's a fascinating thing. I told him, I gave him a really funny moment, and I know he won't mind me sharing this, but I've been working on piano a lot more. I've been trying to I don't know, enhance it. I enjoy it. It's a good thing for me. And one of the songs I really wanted to learn how to play was Ville Mentality. And you know, so I'm like on YouTube, like looking up the tutorials on how to play. I'm like, what am I doing? The guy that played it is at the studio right now. Let me just go ask him.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man, bro, I tried to like watch these YouTube tutorials, but it just, they were playing it wrong. And he's like, they got YouTube tutorials on that? Like, I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, they don't, people who make those may not know it's him playing. You know, like all of our favorite J. Cole tracks with piano is him. And even some of the full on beats. Bro, listen, I've said this to people before I even met Ron. Even before I knew Ron did this. But the man was the musical like director basically for Born Center. Yeah. It was like he was making sure whatever was going on with that album, like he was hand and foot involved in that album. Before I ever met him, I was always like, man, Forest Hills Drive is J. Cole's most complete album from top to bottom. Born Center is his most musical. That was always my take. Will always be my take. And when I was like, you the one that was putting all that shit together? Man. And the thing is, like, I can't prove it because I've never asked him, but I have a theory, and it's only after I saw the show. When Ron had a show last month, he had like 6 singers. He didn't call them background singers, he called them foreground singers. So he had 6 singers in front of and next to him as opposed to behind him. And they were as much of a part of the show as he was, which was awesome. But when I started hearing the harmonies that he put together for them, I heard Trouble, J. Cole. And when I heard those types of harmonies, I was like, I already knew, you know? But to feel that was so cool. And all that to say that for him to be who he's been for AB is head and shoulders above what anyone would ever ask. He may not even fully know what he's been to me as well, and to show certain things. But he's evidence that we can leave, learn, grow, become more than we were.
And impact.
Yes.
And impact, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that man saved my life, bro.
Big talk.
Bro, I don't think I would have left. No. I wouldn't have. Oh, I know. He saved my life before I even knew he needed saving. When I first met him in high school, if he wouldn't have not come back to that high school and shown me, it was possible, or it was even a thing, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. And like that's how important it is to do stuff like that. And like it's not that I'm, somebody gave me the belt and like, I got y'all. Yeah. But it's like I respect the respect that's given to me, and I don't take that lightly. And I know Coleman doesn't either. And it takes one to embrace that and not run from it. I deal with imposter syndrome. Something I've learned in the 6 months since we talked. I don't do well with compliments, bro. It's really hard for me to
accept. You look good, bro. You look real good.
It's really uncomfortable for me to accept people saying so many kind of things, which is why sometimes I feel like, and I'm glad Ron to see this, like, I don't want to ever seem unappreciative when he does compliment me, but it's hard for me to accept that shit. But Ron, he'll say, bro, he's made me say this before. Say you're nice.
Oh, you told me about that. You told me about that.
I'm nice. Say you're nice. I'm nice. Like, for real, because, like...
I remember when you told me about that.
It's hard for me to accept that shit sometimes. Like, to a fault, bro. To a fault where I've run from things that been mine.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't want to,
Oh, you said you run from things that have been mine?
Yeah.
It's a bar.
You speaking to me right now.
Bro, I told you, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited to look back at this in a year's time to see where we all are.
For sure.
Because even from 6 months to now, I'm like, damn.
What about that resonated with you?
Just not running from it, like what he's saying. Like, I struggle with that now too. Like, I'm going out, like I'm step out in the city and they like, bro, look what you doing. Like walking up to me, it's like, whoa, bro. Yeah, I still want to be normal. You know what I'm saying? But I'm taking a step forward of trying to do something like impactful, and like what you guys are saying. And you have to step into that with a certain confidence. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
If one person is affected by watching you, that's the weight of 1,000 men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
100%. Like I think we take that. I think in this social media world where people have these followers, our numbers are messed up. Mm-hmm. We think we have to reach 22,000 people to have an effect on one person. Man, if you have an effect on one person, you helped one human life.
And that is
like the old folks in church used to say, is like if I save one soul today, if I help save one soul today, this whole church should be running around.
Yeah.
And I hear that now. One person say, bro, thank you for telling me that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bro, you won't ever know the full impact, but to even get the gratification that you made an impact is rare.
Because most time you don't know about it.
We're going to leave the studio, bro, and not realize the true effect we've had on people.
At all.
Because it's too much. Yeah. Which is why I think God works the way God works. Like, God's like, I need you to do what I need you to do. Because you don't know what I got. You don't know how I'm working the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And if you try to figure it out, you're wasting time. You're wasting time trying to figure out how I help people. Go help people and live your life.
Yeah.
Someday I'll show, or the day that you're dying is the day you get rewarded.
Yeah.
For all of that, bro.
And that's where that comes back around.
Back around. Seeing Kwame, bro, on his literal deathbed, get, bro, love from every race. People flying in the country. That funeral was packed with all type of people.
Yeah.
Who came to show love. We don't need that much love right now.
Yeah.
You don't need thousands of people coming to you and tell you that right now. That one person who came and told you, I'm proud of you, is what you needed. Accept it.
Yeah.
Use that energy and move forward. Because the times that you're at your lowest, when they do come, because they will, the work you put in being positive is going to refuel you, bro.
Yes.
And it's insane, but you got to embrace it. You got to embrace that.
Look,
100%.
I'm going to tell you a very similar thing. It was the dive show, the second one that they did in the summertime last year, about this time last year. I went, bro, and I had a very weird experience. I see a lot of people I know there, which is fine. I'm sitting down. I hear somebody like over my shoulder, "Hey, are you Mixed by Cole?" Never seen this dude before in my life, And I'm like, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's weird at first. He had talking, bro. He's telling me everything I've been doing. He's grateful, you know, wants to work with me, et cetera, et cetera. I went home feeling weirded out, very similar way as you. And then it took me almost this whole time to really think and realize, like, man, I'm going to walk in a room one day and ain't nobody going to know who the hell I am. And it's going to be really weird, you know, because they don't know me. And that's part of it, you know. And with this move coming, it's the same thing. I finally got the balls to hit up a dude who works out in Portland and be like, hey, et cetera, et cetera. He cool guy. And I might have like a friend out there, which is what's up. Took a lot to say that, because I told him, I was like, hey, I'm not used to being something that has to come into a scene that already exists. I'm used to being one of the 6 pillars. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not used to doing it this way. And I took that other shit you were just talking about, I took it for granted. And now I'm realizing it ain't going to be a thing. In that perspective, what is it? The judge a man not by the people he keeps, but the size of his funeral, or something like that.
Dude, yeah.
It was something like that.
Man.
It's something like that. I don't know what I butchered the phrase.
No, but yeah.
But it's something like that. And, you know, so the fact is that the impact that gets made, like you said, one person.
Yeah.
But that one person might hit 10 people. And 2 of those 10 might hit 2 people. And those 2 people might hit 6 people. And now it just radiates out forever. Because one of the biggest things, and I won't get too deep into it, but one of the biggest comforts I have about death in general, period, is that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Only transferred and transformed. That's it. So if I was already here, I'm going to go ahead and go. Don't know where I'm from, don't know where I'm going, but I went and I will be going. You know, so I feel a lot more comfortable in that way. But same goes for any type of conversation. Man, something as simple as you ever been in a room with more than one person, y'all are talking, and just something gets said that throws you off. It ain't nothing that they did or nothing. Sure. It's just the energy that came off. It's a very real thing. Vibrations are a real thing.
I'll speak on that. I'll be a little vulnerable for a second.
Please.
And so, another time, like full circle again. Yeah. When I came back to Shangri-La, it gave me like a second wind, a little bit, for that session when I came in here. Before I had my child, I'll call him a good friend. I've known him. I had known him roughly. We had worked together by roughly a month. Man, maybe we were going on 3 months. We worked for 1 month on a project. Yeah. He was a videographer, and met him for like the in the mix that I did for Unique. That was one of his friends. Yeah. And we linked up and shot that, and we clicked instantly. You know what I'm saying? Everything was just like poetry in motion. You know what I'm saying? We all working in a creative space, like creative debates were healthy. And we just hit it off. And I'm like, I need you with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this just feels right. And we learned about each other, like, in that one day, you know? And we went through a little bit of time, like, through, like, the editing process and stuff like that. And we had to get to those, like, super, super creative debates. Yeah. To where it's like, if you wasn't, like, built like that, then you may take this offensive or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So when we got there, I learned so much about him with how he handled like the situation where we had to have that tough creative debate with so much like poise.
Yeah.
That I had tremendous amounts of respect for him. And so after that, I said for sure, like for what we do moving forward, we got to lock in. Yeah. We continue to move forward, and we built like a friendship over time. And bro, I learned so much about him through just like working with him, like in that space, about his character and what kind of person he was.
Right.
And man, we got to where I had so many like plans for us to do certain things, and he just like tragically passed away.
I'm sorry.
He passed away maybe a couple of days before we were supposed to work on like the next project. And the impact that he had on me, you know, I say all of that to say the impact that he had on me in that short span of time, it was overwhelming for me, for just how I found out how he passed away and just what we had in store. So like I went to his funeral, and let me backtrack a little bit before I talk about going to his funeral. He was such a humble guy. Like, he didn't gloat about like his successes, things that he worked on, a lot of the things that you guys are talking about. And I used to ask him that, and I'm like, bro, why do you not want like the spotlight?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he worked with his conglomerate. Like, he wanted to push his team first. And I'm like, bro, why not you? And he was kind of like, it's kind of not about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he kind of, we ran down that whole spiel, and, that ties into me having a lot of respect for him, the way he moved. And, man, the way that he passed away, it was unexpected. But seeing that funeral, going there, the impact that he had on me, for me to even show up, for the little bit of time that I got to like spend time with him and get to know him, for him to have that impact on me, for me to be like, no, I'm going to that funeral to pay my respects. Seeing all those people, it was wall to wall, bro.
Yeah.
He was, I think he may have been 29. Wall to wall of all different walks of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, that meant it was like a job well done, bro.
What's his name?
Andre Hunter.
So he still lives.
Yes.
You feel me? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That shit's beautiful.
Yeah.
Terribly tragic, but in its own way very beautiful. You can speak on it now, and everything he was able to do for you, whether he knew or not, he was doing it.
Yeah.
You know his name. You know what he was about, how it felt.
Mm-hmm.
That don't change. It's one of those really weird, really weird things you just can't explain.
Yeah, man.
And and in a very, because every circumstance is different. In my own little way, I understand. So I get where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. And it's very, I can't even say uncomfortable, because it's not uncomfortable. It's more of you feel like too soon, or you feel like timing can't be right, or you feel like wasn't supposed to happen like this, or all those things that get said, right? And you begin to feel those things. Well, what it really comes down to is everything that he did up until that point was what he needed to do.
Yes.
And he did it he did it so well, he didn't need to do nothing else.
Man, you hear me?
Isn't that weird?
Bro, it's crazy.
Isn't that weird? Because you said
and
what?
He moved at his own pace too, like.
But look at what he did to you. In what, a few months? In a few interactions? Like, man, look, you can't, the value in a relationship like that, even brief, is there's nothing to compare it to. No amount of time. I know, I get the point of the story to emphasize the amount of time, the little amount of time that it took. I get
to make impact.
Yeah, I get that, but the amount of time, strangely enough, does not matter.
Oh no, it doesn't
at all.
Kwame with the bro. I met him. Lauren introduced me to him one time. I learned more about life with that man with days left than I've learned in my whole 29 years of living.
Damn. And that's
I was like,
that's the thing.
And that's the product of a good life, a good man. Mm-hmm. Like that type of impact. It's worth. I know there's a heaven because that looked like the grand entrance. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like that's what it looked like. It looked like how funerals are supposed to be. A celebration, homegoing. Yeah. Like, bro, the Bible makes so much sense if you take out, like, I really hate what religion has done to spirituality. You take away all the laws people try to attach to it and all the negative stigmas, and you really just the paper of it. It's so beautiful that we can celebrate somebody leaving this realm and wishing them well on their journey to the next because they were good people here, bro. Like that's what it's supposed to be about. That is the point of all of this.
Yes.
That is the real reward. Don't give a damn about millions, bro. I want to be able to pay my bills. I want to be able to take care of my family, bro. I'm not looking for any excess wealth unless I can get it to people. Mm-hmm. Like that is what I want.
So that goal ain't changed from where we talked?
No.
Yeah.
Because it's not even a goal. It's the job. You know what I'm saying? Like that is my duty to make sure God can get it. If he can get it through me, he'll get it to me.
Hold on, that's the word though. A duty.
Yeah.
Can you look up the definition of duty real quick?
Yeah, sure,
No, because I want to emphasize this. I had a conversation with Imani's brother about this word in specific as to why it's so important. It's how a duty and an obligation are different things.
Oh, yeah. A moral or legal obligation or responsibility to a task or action that someone is required to perform.
Required.
Yes, sir.
It is required of me.
Required, dog.
And this is heavy, especially in terms of it ain't legal, it's moral. Sure, you can legally be married to somebody. I don't mean I got to do what? You get half? Okay.
Yeah.
But the moral obligation, or the moral requirement, right, is, and I'm going to tell you this because you're going to experience this, and I don't know your wife's family situation, but I assume you experience this as well. The father giving the daughter away is a thing.
Oh, yeah.
That is and all that means is in terms of, or the father or the parent, I don't care who it is, right. the family saying, the family saying, hey, we did everything we could to this point.
Yeah.
Now it's on you.
Yep.
And it's bro.
I mean, you told me that before, and like it's
and here's the thing, it's a real thing. And listen, it don't mean that like you cutting ties or like but the first person where it goes, hey, this happened. What are we gonna do? She's not looking at her parents like, what are we gonna do? Yeah. She looking at you like, what are we gonna do?
Yep.
And you know this because
sure.
When it comes to you having,
I cried when
right.
when her dad passed her to me. Like,
yeah.
when he walked her down the aisle, like, I was crying. I was boo-hooing, bro.
Me too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a true symbolism. And, that is a true thing. Now, I will say, depending on the parents, if the parents are, like, cognizant of that, they will handle that accordingly. But that's also a shift for the father.
No,
I've noticed through time.
I'm going through that a little bit right now.
It's like, like my father-in-law loves me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same. He loves what we do. But he's in a place now where he's not getting that call.
Yeah.
She looks to me now. So it's like, dang, all right, what does our relationship look like now as father and daughter? Because now that's your number one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you look to him first. You don't look to daddy. So
yeah.
I'll have to be in that same place too with my daughters.
I was just gonna say you got two daughters.
It's all full circle once again, bro.
Yeah.
Like
2-piece show, right?
Yeah, man.
Listen. Hey, no flats.
That's beautiful. Man, it's beautiful. Life is beautiful. Like in its regularity, like the ground level purpose of us on earth to be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
If we were to live life as simply as supposed to, everything would make sense. Because even just that is so beautiful. Because I get why grandparents exist.
100%.
I get why having kids is important, not only for us but for them. I'm getting emotional. I was thinking of like my grandparents, like why they love their grandkids so much. Because their kids were removed from them. And not in a bad way, but like their time was up. Yeah. And now they have a chance to do that one more time before their exit. With their, I think that's just so beautiful,
yes,
man.
Bro.
You gonna get me emotional.
Bro, just realizing that shit, I'm like, dang, man. That's so that's amazing.
Yeah.
See,
that is amazing.
My sister, so I'm the oldest, I always just give my sister shit because my grandma would call me the first. So you the first, you the number one, da 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 da. But always just that little joke. So I would mess with my sister all the time about that growing up, and she had the first great grandchild, and she had the first grandchild from my mother, and my mom never got to be like a mom. For the first 4 years of my life, she got to be a mom. She got 3 kids. I'm 26. Or I will be soon. You know what I'm saying? But now I just got a video yesterday of her playing with my nephew. And dude, I've never seen my mama smile like that.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's different, bro.
I've never seen her smile like that. And it's one of those things, it's like, she's only 43.
Yeah.
She got all the time in the world to be grandma. You know how fucking tight that is? You know? And she gets this weird second chance or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
You know? And it's like, it's so beautiful.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like that, like seeing my dad, you know what I'm saying, and my mom, you know, when I bring the kids over and stuff like that. But they don't get to see me as much. I'm getting to it.
Yeah,
and
of course.
It's like, I'm definitely, that's something that I'm trying to be more cognizant of and trying to get better at, of like scheduling to go and see them.
Yeah.
But the trips have turned now where it's like, hey man, that's cool you here, but hey, let me get that baby though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, y'all won't be no more.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro.
You're not small and cute, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like shit, man. But
Well, hold on, quick question if you don't mind.
Mhm.
Your oldest is
4.
4. How
starting
old?
school soon, bro.
How? That's crazy. How old are you?
I'm 30. I just turned 30.
So you were my age.
Just turned 30.
So what? If you, because I need to know. I mean, we're in brief discussion. You know what I'm saying?
It's game time.
Yeah,
Like no. Here's the thing: is I remember 2-3 years ago the conversations of when what if we get engaged? What if we get married?
right.
And now those were like, oh, passerby conversations, and you don't really think too hard about it, and you don't even know what's gonna happen that soon, and whatever.
For sure.
And then now we're in the conversation of like, well, when and what if we have kids, and like, what are these gonna be like, and then all sorts of stuff. So, one quick, easy, maybe not easy question, but one quick question: what was the biggest transitional point? Did it come before she got here, or did it come right after?
For me,
Yeah, like just from a family standpoint, from the sense of like, okay, it's me and me and my wife. That's what we're in right now. It's just me and her, and then it goes, okay, it's me, her, and her.
yeah,
And that feeling of, I saw what happened with Nick, Chuck, when he had his first. I was around for that. Like I knew him before, Brittany was about to, have the baby, and then I'm talking about when she was about 2 months out from being due, he turned into Superman. You would have thought he would have moved the house if she was like, baby, this is blocking my sun.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm too hot, block some sun. He pick up whatever and put it in front. You know what I mean? Like, so does that,
To answer your question, I thought I knew what love was.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing that baby come out, bro.
Yeah.
Changed my entire life. I think seeing my daughter come out first time, second time too, it just brought everything back.
Of course,
like,
of course. Yeah.
But first time I seen it was about the closest thing I thought to seeing God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And I thought I knew what love was until she came out and they held her up to, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just different, bro. Like, all of that shifts.
Yeah.
So, like, at that moment, everything shifts. You're going to take it in.
Sure, but the paradigm forces itself on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I think as men, a woman is a mother for 9 months before they come out.
Right.
Man.
We're a father when it gets here.
Day of.
Yeah.
Boom.
As they say, but it's definitely one of those things, man. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna sound real funny, I guess, when I say this potentially, but I was about 13, maybe 14, and I felt this like overwhelming, because I mean, not to even get too deep, but my relationship with my father was very unique, to say the least.
Yeah.
I didn't feel bonded to my father until after he passed, and I felt the like, oh, you're in me, you live in me. Like, I get it now. I see it now. I hear you when I laugh. It's funny, But all that to say that I was about 13, 14, and I felt the calling. I was like, cool. You talk about your purpose is to help people, right? You make music, your purpose is here to help people. I feel the same way. And I think a secondary purpose is I'm here to be a father. I'm here to be a father. Wow. I was like 13 or 14, and I was like, I need to be a dad. Like, I have to be a dad.
Man.
Like, and I don't care if that looks like it's my literal child or if I adopt. Like, I need. Like, it's has to happen.
Yeah,
it has to happen.
Yeah.
And like, that feeling is overwhelming. And it's funny, bro. I work part-time at Chipotle for the health insurance, and bro, I could be having a horrible day because it's just monotony. The work is just monotonous. let a 4 or 5 year old come in.
Man, it brightens you up,
Bro, I can't explain it. They come in, they start ordering.
Yeah.
You know, and they start talking and hearing them speak and just be like, man, this one little girl, she came in, she was about 9. She was a little older, but she came in and still young, still got the childlike wonder of everything, you know. And she came in, she had a $20 bill in her hand with nobody else in the store. It's just, you know what I'm saying. She came in, she was holding the $20. She's like, you know, I want to get a quesadilla for my daddy. And I was like, yeah, you do. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, you do. You know? And so look, I made the quesadilla, whatever, right? And I gave it to her. She gave me the money. I gave her the change. And she was like, thank you so much. And she was so kind, so sweet. And she left, right? And bro, like 5 minutes later, again, still nobody in there. I don't know why I was so slow, but nobody in there. She came running in the door, holding like ones. And she was like, they said I could get something. Look, bro, my whole the rest of my week was okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I don't know this girl. I don't know this kid, but something about kids being so man. And I know their work. I've had this talk with my sister because you know she's my nephew about 7 months now, and I know it isn't all like romantic. You know, to have a baby, it's work. Like you up, this shit is weird. They're not sleeping. You're not eating. You don't know what's happening. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You put on 14 pounds. You don't know why. Like, it's just, I know it's not all glamorous, but it's like, man, like my nephew, it only took him about 4 months to get like a personality. You know what I mean? From start laughing and shit, start smiling. And I'm like, man, I could do 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I could do 4 months, and then you telling me like, I have like a best friend. Yeah. This little thing that's like, sure, I'm responsible for it, but like, it ain't going nowhere. If I sit in one place, it ain't gonna move. Like, you right there, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So, but that feeling, bro, that feeling of like, you find, you know, I got it. I'm gonna cry. God damn it.
I think all of us that shit. So I done pop one out over here, bro.
Hey, man, it's one of those.
I went so long, bro, knowing I wanted to be a dad. And I forgot how, if I wanted to be a dad correctly, I needed to find a woman who would be a great mother.
Yeah. That's so important.
And bro, when I tell you, and I need to say this because, you know, I love Imani. We butt heads because I'm hard-headed and she's prideful. And I'm prideful and she's hard-headed. Yeah. You know, and we just do. But she's a wonderful woman, and she will make the best mom, because she cares so much, like to a fault. Like if it came down to it, she wouldn't take care of herself to take care of others. She's done that for me, you know, and I don't realize it until we talk about it. I'm like, you don't have to do that. Like, I'm very capable. But with a child, they're not. And she would be willing to do those things, and she is just so intelligent. And I don't know, man. So I neglected that whole part of it for the first however long of my life. Because I was like, let's be real. We 3 good looking guys here.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
It was like whatever walked. You're like, it was like, it's cool. Not realizing that, like, man, this could have been the mother of my baby. Yeah. With no hardly questions asked. Yeah, man. Science is science, damn it. Yeah. Science don't care. You know what I mean? So it was one of those things I had to like be like, whoa, this is crazy. You know, so to feel that feeling, like, not only are you cool to be my wife, that's what's up, but you cool to be the mother of my baby, and like not just be, you know, somebody who has a baby with me. These are different things. And that aspect of being a father, bro, is deep. That's why I had to ask. You, Chuck, and Ron, Obasi, really the only 3 people I'm like super close with like that. Off the top of my head, maybe there's more, but off the top of my head, where I'm like, you know, our dads, and like I may know your kids, you know what I mean, and you know, type of thing. And asking those questions, bro, it's just amongst my peers, like, bro, y'all were my age. Ron was younger, you know. And and like these adjustments that get made, because my biggest thing right now is like, I want to be ready. What the fuck? That's not even a thing.
You won't be ready.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a thing.
It's much as like, and I mean, I guess in a sense, like theoretically, like me and my wife planned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
so
get
it's
that.
like,
yeah.
But anytime that we were ready to like engage into that and start attempting to try to do that,
right,
we had to have those talks of like, all right, where are you at in your life? This is where I'm in my life.
Yep.
How does this look? Like, how do we want to do this?
I
Because
like how
I don't
want
want
separate though. I love that.
Yeah,
I
because
like that.
I don't want to
Yeah.
be imposing or like force something, because like if you're not ready for that in your journey or where you're at, don't force it.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You'll know when the time is right.
You're blessed with that option.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, we did that with both.
That's
kids.
amazing.
I mean, everybody don't agree with like my kid being 4 years old and then we had another, but
what?
We were like, I mean, that's just so a lot of people like to have their kids close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's a normal thing, but man, like my daughter is such the best big sister.
That's
like she's having a blast. Like she can't keep her hands off the baby.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, nah,
she ain't her little thing like chilling, bro. Like let her relax. Like, but she's all over.
Maybe I'm biased because I got like 6 years on my sister. You know what I mean? I got 10 years on my brother. We're all cool. So I don't. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know.
For sure.
4 years is not to me.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I've seen it's beautiful both ways. Some of my best friends are like Irish twins. Like,
oh, that's crazy.
That's hard.
Brian is in Irish twins.
Really?
Yeah,
That's hard.
and like, but their relationship is beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
Is beautiful. And I see the benefit, and then their siblings are the same.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, I see the beauty in like having a tag team partner.
Yeah.
For real. But I also see the beauty in having older big brother for real.
Yeah.
Like having something to aspire to, or that sense of protection.
Yeah.
Or that sense of comfort. Because my older sister is 2 years older than me, and my little brother is 2 years younger than me. But the babies are decades. And it's like, I'm so excited to live in LA and be like, come stay out here with me for 4 weeks. Come experience,
bro,
come get a refresh in life real quick,
bro.
Because I didn't have that, and obviously I didn't need that, but I need to be that for them,
bro.
Especially in today's time, it's like, yeah, you need to come see some more of the world, get a better perspective. Because I mean, I'm encouraging them now, like, handle your business till you find what you want to do, and you can jump smack dab in the middle of it. But like, go see things. How can I help you see things? I'm
glad you said that, because I felt, when I tell you, when I was in my freshman year of college, I just started doing music. I wasn't even at the point of like, this gonna be everything yet. You know, I was just doing it, and I was like, man, if I drop out, bro, am I setting a bad example? You know, when you think about those things, because you're like, man, I am I got two people I know looking at me. You know, what happens now? And then I realized if I drop out and I am successful, I do more doing that than I do finishing school. Because if I finish school, it shows you have a route. You have a route. There's a route. If I drop out and succeed, it's infinite routes. Yeah. You can do what you want. Now my brother just turned 16. And I was talking to him like around his birthday about 2 months ago. I was like, man, what do you want to do? Like, do you know like anything you would like to do? Man, I want to build computers. I was like, it's fucking fire. It's amazing. Yeah. My sister still doesn't fully know what she wants to do. I'm like, good, take your time. Be a great mom right now. Take your time being a mom. Do your thing.
This is more than enough.
More than enough. You're good right now. But when you find something, you can be patient with yourself. You know what I mean? And I think doing that hopefully showed them like, hey, like, you have a bunch of ways you can go about this if you want to. You know, it doesn't have to be school. School's an option. It's a option. It doesn't have to be the option. Yeah. And showing them that, I was hoping would be a good thing. I was terrified at first though. I was scared of shit at like 15. I was like, should I go to school? If I don't, well, what now? What, you know? And so that's a whole thing. So I feel that from the terms of, like I said, I am the oldest. So that feeling of like big brother thing is real.
Very real.
But the idea of an Irish twin is crazy. Only, I mean, not even for me, but for like the woman.
But
shit.
Because Lauren
year?
wants to do that. And one of her grandmothers said that she did that because she was like, she would say she was happy she did that for her body. Like, she toughed that thing out for 2 years, but she had the rest of her life to recover and rebuild and reshape. Because you do it. Because some women, the dog.
Man, listen.
But pregnancy is a whole.
Yeah, it's
organs move around.
Straight up.
Like,
I can't even.
I can't imagine.
and I'm like, you need to do what you feel like you need to do.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm out your I'm in your way, but I'm out your way.
Yeah, hey, dog.
Yeah. Anything you need, I got you.
We eat the wrong taco, bro, and we are crying. Like,
as a team.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, y'all strength is different, bro.
So different, man.
For sure.
It's beautiful though. I look forward to those days. I do. I have no regret about taking my time with it.
For sure.
My mom was 17. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. I had like a really weird flippant perspective. This is, I guess, a decent topic. But my mom was 17 when she had me. And she was 21 when, we kind of got separated. And I was 20 when I was in college, and I was riding on my bike from class. And I was having this, it was a regular ass day, bro. Like nothing crazy. But I was feeling really stressed about my life. Whatever was going on. I had $12, and
that lightning bolt.
Bro. And dog. No, I shit you not. I started crying, like immediately. I had to stop riding. I found the nearest bench on campus. I called my mom. I was like, yo, you good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you so good, you don't even know how good you are.
Preach, dog.
Like, bro, I have no babies.
I got asthma, bro. I've always had bad asthma. When I bought my first prescription for my medicine and I saw the ticket of it without insurance.
Bro,
it was like $1,000-some.
Yeah.
Growing up, bro, we did not have insurance. And I still, bro.
Yeah. You always had an inhaler.
I was in Walgreens.
You know what I'm saying?
Stuck. I was like,
what?
Mama.
Yeah.
I was like, how? Bro, I started feeling guilty about my life.
No,
I was like,
what the? Yes.
Man. I was like,
bro, yes.
I put y'all through at 24, 25, 26. When I was close to death in the hospital,
bro,
I thought about that bill,
bro.
I was like, no way.
Nah, I'll add. I got you. Same thing with my grandparents. I started living with my grandparents at 4. That's what happened. They took care of everything. I never went without with them ever. I wasn't their child. They already did the thing.
Yeah.
They were done. You know what I'm saying? My uncle was like 15. He was ready to move out in 2 or 3 years. They were like, we're da da da. You know how much they put on hold for me? So much.
Man.
So much. But my grandpa ain't getting no younger. You know what I mean? And they've told me, because they don't tell me like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they've told me, they're like, yeah, we were going to do this at this time. They don't say, but you. That phrase they've never said that. They were like, we held off on this and we held off on that, and now we're doing this and whatever. And they'll tell me those stories. I'm like, man, like you put your life on hold for me.
On hold.
You put your life on hold because of a 4-year-old little kid who didn't know what the fuck to do. I have no idea. The financial implications? I have no fucking clue. Like, I have no fucking idea. All I know is when I went to school, they was like, you need scholarships and grants. There's like, you know what I'm saying? So
Figure it out.
Yeah, but that's fine and that's real. But like, it was one of them things though where I was like, man, I have no idea the amount of sacrifice that has been made for me to be at this point. Bro, I wrote a line, like, again, I don't even be rapping like that no more, but my poetry sticks with me forever. And my kids will be able to make a change from dad's advice. I'll know what to say. My grandparents made that change from sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? They sacrificed everything, so I will know what to do when the time comes for the person that comes next.
Yeah.
But that's what it took, though. You know what I mean? Like, I say that they set me up to set my kid up to have a trust fund.
That's fire.
You know what I mean? I never had that at all, but they set me up. They're like, you'll start at 0. Damn it. You'll be able to build. You know what I mean? And because of that, when I'm 32, 33, 34, with a 4 or 5 year old, I can look at them and be like, okay, bet. You're going to be straight when you're 18.
Yeah, man.
I got you. You know what I mean?
That shit crazy.
To set, and it starts with that one decision. You know what I mean? And like you said, it make you feel guilty about your life really fast. I went through a period of time, I was like, bro, man, if I was never born, I went through that whole phase as a teenager. You know, real emo. Real emo. I chime in. What if I was never born at all? You know what I mean? Like, I swear I was in that, like, because it felt like such an inconvenience.
Yeah, man.
You know, but it's not. That's what love is.
That's what it is, bro.
That's what love is. Love is not an inconvenience. I promise you. I guarantee you this. And I hope one day you have the conversation again if they've never told you. But the first time they got that bill back, they just said, "This is what it comes with."
Yep.
Yeah. And it's not like a, well, damn, it ain't none of that. It's just, hey, it's Aaron. That's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Insane, dog.
Isn't it wild? But that's what he's talking about. You have that unconditional. You feel unconditional love for the first time.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter what you come out like or what's going on with you or none of. You are you to them. That's the funny thing. Me and Imani have had to talk about what conditional and unconditional really means, and then it's okay that in a funny way we have conditional love for each other. It is unconditional in the sense of I will always love her and she will always love me. That will never change. How we express it is conditional.
Yes.
And that's real. And that's real.
Yep.
Because it would be lying to ourselves. It would be like, no matter what you do, bullshit. Bullshit. You will go out there running around on me, I'm not going to be happy with you. I'm just not. If I go out there running around on you, you're not going to be happy with me, are you? You could probably look at me and be like, do you love me? These are like, it's conditional. Very like slimly, but it's conditional. But with a child, bro,
it's different.
It is different, bro. I've talked to parents who I know, like, and I'm going to sound fucked up when I say this, but I've talked to parents who genuinely love their kids, if that makes sense. You know, we know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
And
for sure.
Genuinely love their babies. And they told me that every parent, I know you do too. I know you do. Every parent has that first time they had to discipline their kid in any way, shape, or form. Even even being like, no, you can't do that. And they're like, and they do that thing. And bro, and you're like, man, like, you know, and bro, I'm telling you, every parent got that.
Few of those.
Yeah. but that's the thing. It's like when it happens, it's like, man, like, cause that feeling is that overwhelming feeling that I've heard about and learned about. It's like, it make you want to just give them the world, even if it like, bro, my grandpa's like that, man. Like, just to sort of rant for a second. He told me one time, and Imani thankfully has corrected me in my thinking with this. I think it's a beautiful thing, but it's kind of fucking crazy. He told me I was like 15 or 16. We were having dinner. It was four of us: my grandpa, me, my grandma, and my sister. And someone said, I don't know what was said, but he was like, if we have 4 pieces of bread, your grandma's getting 2, y'all are getting 1, and I'll go without. And I'm like, but there's 4 pieces of bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was so confused, you know? And it was like a beautiful, beautiful sentiment. And I told Imani that. Like, I was like, hey, listen, like, we got 2 pieces of bread. You getting both of them. She goes, what am I going to do without you?
Ooh.
And I was like, I see where he was coming from, but I get it now. Like, you know, it's like we're no good without one of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So from that feeling, I was like, cool, okay, bet. I need to make sure that I share properly, but it's that thing. You got to learn how to be selfish. Be selfishly smart.
Love, hold on, I had it.
You're good.
Love is going the distance for another person.
Yeah.
Marriage allows you not to have to.
Ooh, yeah, we might get in the pod right there. Lord. Whoa.
Oh, man.
Whoa. Yeah, you just blew me
That's
away
a bar.
right there.
That's a bar.
That's
a bar. That's a bar.
I'm a man who.
That's a bar.
I'm a man who's always been somebody who's like, and I do it all the time. I'll be like, Lauren, eat. I'm good. Like, I figure it out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's me, how I love. And she's like, shut up.
Eat.
Mm-hmm. But marriage is like, no, you're going to eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. That's where that 50 and 50 meet.
Yeah.
That's what 100 and 100 meet, my boy. I promise.
You know what I'm saying,
I promise. Oh, I'm sorry. That's crazy. Because you really could just do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it lets you not have to do that.
And that's not
because you got somebody who's going to look at you and be like, listen, I need you as much as you need me.
The same way you'll sacrifice, she will. And I think sometimes our pride won't let them, like you said, pass the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
And all they're doing is loving you the way,
He said, I'm gonna call her right now.
She's on her way to the studio. She finna walk in. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, hey man, hey man, tune in to Lost to the Sauce podcast.
We spilled it all on there.
Yeah.
Oh man, bro, I wanna thank you
Seriously
for this for sure, dog. Because I didn't know. I knew it was going to be this. I just didn't know in what capacity. I just knew it was. But Mad Moves podcast did something to me, and it made me appreciate you in a way where, like, I know Moves. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? But for you to allow that man a space to be vulnerable, knowing all he's been through in his life, and to know where he is now, or what's about.
Yep.
Dog, I was like, once again, if what you're doing gives room for somebody to decompress so something else can enter their life, bro, what you've accomplished is the gate worthy.
It's astronomical.
Like, you're going to have a place at the gate for just that alone.
Yeah.
And you keep doing it. What you did for me today, a year from now, I can't wait to take you and yours out.
Man.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait, bro.
Love, man.
Today is my grandmama's birthday, so I won't forget this day. I will not forget, because I chose to be here and not. I'm gonna see her tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But today, I told Lauren, I was like, no, I need to do this. I need to do this. Selfishly for me. Selfishly for this. Because if this is the last year that we're here, I can't wait to always be able to go back and be like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Immortalizing it in this way.
Man.
Yeah. For sure.
Thank you for seriously. Like I told you on the phone, I wouldn't do this way with nobody else.
Not at all.
Man,
Yeah.
thank y'all, man.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Y'all.
You do allow that platform.
I appreciate that.
You really
bro.
do.
You have to keep going so you can catch us on that next level. Because if we're there, you're there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I brought Ahmad Jamal. What's his name? Ahmad Jamal? Michael Jordan. No, Rashad Ahmad. Damn it. What's his name? Ahmad Rashad. I think that's his name. But he was Michael Jordan's, like, guy when it came to media. And, like, he was always around.
Yeah.
He was always around. And there's nobody, like, Michael Jordan is important, but who was capturing that story?
Yeah.
Who was getting that insight? Like, that's so important.
It's like Steve Harvey's barber.
I'd be damned if I'm not.
That shit was crazy. You hear that story?
Yeah. If I'm not giving that to somebody who really cares.
Yeah, man.
And it ain't many people out there like that for real, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Like, yeah, bro.
Thank
No,
you.
truly.
Keep
For
going.
Sure.
We need you.
Yeah, that. You're a pivotal part of not only everything happening here. That is like this big compared to what you are doing already, doing and going to do. It's just no. There's a what was the phrase? There's a reason why we called. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a man. You know how? Because here's the thing. I know I say this. I mean it with love, but you know how easy it'd be to grab two microphones and just me and AB go back and forth and feel like we did something.
Yeah,
Man.
And that ain't what we want to do. That you know what I mean? Because it's about the energy you bring to the room that says, hey, like, literally whatever has to be said or done right now, like, I got these ideas, got these things, let's run with that, and then let it be.
That's it, man.
But you don't know how rare that is. Like, you're as jaded as me when it comes to that feeling.
Yes.
Because there's not a lot of people like that.
It's not.
I need that to be emphasized, because there's not a lot of people who are willing to do that.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So I need that to be known.
I ask a lot of people on my podcast. I've made it like my question now. And I just ask them what's their superpower. And I think that's one of mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I have that ability to allow people the space and to have a fruitful conversation. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I just kind of stand on. You know what I mean? Like, the vibes got to be right. Everybody can't sit down with me either.
Yeah, that's real. That's
So it's
real.
just
Like,
like- So for sure, man, I appreciate you guys, like, allowing me in this space, trusting me with this chapter in your lives. A lot has changed within those times. And, man, I just look forward to what's to come, bro. Like, I look forward to sitting down again and saying, all right, this is where y'all at now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, with him being in LA, me being in Portland, I can speak for both of us. You got a place.
Man,
without a doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I've been up there. I love, like I told you, I love Portland, bro. I love LA. Like, you know, I truck drive, so I've been to a few of those places, man, and just over the road, and enjoy that too. Like traveling, take all that in.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're traveling through there, it's gonna be a memory of like.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah,
because in my mind, I've drove to LA twice, and it was pretty straightforward. Like we didn't take in sights and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like a part of me wants to like, let's get over there, but like she's been saying like, oh, I want to make a trip of it, and I'm like, I started to resent it for a while because I'm like, let's get to the money over there. Let's go. But like even after this whole conversation, you making that a point, I'm like, you know what, you damn right.
Yeah,
I can't wait to buy a camera and capture.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a really good time.
We talked about it for a while. We were saying we were gonna do the same thing. The hardest part is just we got cats.
Yeah, boy.
And the cats make it. Well, they're just more like, I can't explain it, but like you can explain to a child, hey, we're going to be on the road. You can't look at a cat and be like, you're going to be shitting and pissing in a cabinet. You know what I'm saying? For the next 2 weeks. It made it really hard. If it wasn't for that, then I know we would be, I'm uncomfortable taking them on a plane for 4 hours. You know what I mean? Much less putting them in a car for 10 days and being like, y'all will figure it out.
Yeah,
no,
for sure.
It's one of those rare times where like an animal is more difficult to handle than a child. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, you know, you can tell them. Cats don't. They just want food, water, place to use the bathroom, and some cuddles.
For sure.
Conditionally cuddles. But all that to say that, yeah, I feel you. Definitely do that. Definitely do that.
I will, man. I'm going to document it.
Yeah, man. Because you'll look back and be like, dang, you remember when I took that next leap of faith? Took a leap of faith here, 2 years in. It's time to take this new leap of faith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You better look at the journey that it brought me.
Yeah.
Why would I not?
It's beautiful, man.
It is, man.
Y'all are amazing, dog. Y'all inspire me so much, too.
Man, I can say the same with no problem.
For sure.
Absolutely.
No problem.
And I know, like, I value that, too. Like, I never take it personal when I'm not able to, like, talk with anybody all the time because I understand when somebody is doing something great.
Yeah.
It's for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, when I don't get to see AB out for a while, or if I don't get to see Coleman out for a while, I just know it's something amazing going on. And then when I see y'all, we chop it up like we do,
man.
Oh, yeah. I used to love I'm fascinated by, like, Roman and Greek culture. I just always have been. I don't know. It's a cool part of history to me and mythology. But I love the depictions of when people leave and they come back and they haven't seen each other in years. And mind you,
pick up where you left off.
Pick up where you left off. And they don't have phones or fuck all that. They literally have not spoke or seen each other in years. And it's like, oh, man, I ain't seen you in 7 years. What's been going on? And they just be casual about it. It's like, oh, I've been doing this. I've been doing that. I'll be staying here for 6 months and I leave again. It's like, oh, my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's that type of thing, you know? So most definitely same feeling.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is.
What do y'all want to leave with the people, man? There's a lot of people going to be missing y'all. What do y'all want to leave with them?
It's already here.
Ooh.
It's already here. It's been left, you know. And in my mind, we're already gone, if that makes sense.
Talk about it, brother.
Yeah,
hey, man.
Talk about it.
We're here physically, sure, but there have been conversations between me and AB that have been like, okay, it feels like there are some things we're here to finish up, put a bow on it, and be like, we did that the right way. And then when we leave, it's like no stone unturned type of thing. And but there's very few things like that right now that are kind of pushing that bound. And when it is happening, we feel it. And anything that we are left to do is on us. I promise you, there's nobody right now who could hit my phone up and be like, let's work, that's gonna make me stay. It's just not, you know. And so there's nothing that, at least me personally, that I feel like I can have to leave them with. I've already done it. Mm-hmm. If you've needed something from me, I've given it to you.
Yeah.
And if I haven't, let me know, and I probably won't. You're just gonna be disappointed, probably. But to speak for the studio.
Unless they come within the 2 weeks.
Of
with
course,
the promotional,
yeah. Unless
with the 20% off. Y'all getting them deals, man. You know what I'm saying? Make it work. You got 2 weeks.
That's funny. No, it's I do want to get work done. I will say that much. I enjoy the fact that I love the rush. That's a real thing. The rush of like, oh man, let's do what we can while we are here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I don't want to do nothing, but it's more of the sense of fulfillment. I already have it. Like, there's nothing more I can do in this moment. I told AB earlier the one thing I have left to do here, and I guess I can say it. It don't matter. What I was telling you about before, I was like, I got one thing on my bucket list.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get faded and being here all night.
All night,
like
overnight, like an overnight. Just do it.
I like that.
Like a cook up, sleepover.
Just get faded.
Yeah, and just do that, and because we haven't done that. And the one thing I think I have left, I'm like, that will fulfill a part of me.
That's the way to end. Yeah, that's the way to ride off in the sunset, man.
Yeah, it is, man, and that's one of those things. I've done that one other time, and it was what was needed. It's almost like you consummate a space that's already been consummated. You give it that last little hurrah for everything, and you don't gotta worry about nothing no more. It's a beautifully fascinating thing, the bond that music can bring between people.
Yes,
and it's funny, bro. When I got married, literally every single one of my groomsmen, besides my brother, love him anyway, was someone I met through music. No, nothing else. The first person I met up there was Demo. He wanted to rap. I wanted to make his beats. I met Jordan. He wanted to rap. I wanted to make his beats and record them. I met Ron. I wanted to make his beats and record them. I could go on and on.
Mm-hmm.
I met AB. We were like, let's take over the world. So there's nobody who was up there that I didn't meet through music. And it's the great, like I said, the great unifier. So to ask me personally, at least, what to leave, it's like, bro, man, I left my breadcrumbs, bro.
Yeah.
There nothing left for me to do. I'm good, and it feels good. I feel like I'm taking my talents to be a trailblazer or something.
Right. Take it to South Beach.
Nah. To Northwest Beach.
Yeah. That's more
they got beaches up there. It kind of blew my mind a little bit.
It's beautiful up there, man.
Hidden beaches, yeah. And they got a big-ass mountain you can look at from a distance.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm excited. But, yeah, I feel good, though. And like he's talking about leaving at the top of the game, it's like, I feel like I ain't going to say who, because it don't matter who, but they gave me a pretty funny phrase. And it was like, feel like 2 years ago we were all at different studios and everybody want to be here. And I was like, yeah, it does feel like that, doesn't it? And, and I feel fine about leaving at that point.
If I could leave, I don't really think there's anything to leave, but to like anybody who knows me on like a really personal level, or people who know me like for the music, to know that I've never been happier with a decision.
Yeah,
I've never felt so free than like being able to I'm so excited to go and embrace whatever challenges. Like from like this point on, if I say I'm stressed, no, I am free. Like stressing.
You're stressed by choice.
Yeah, like this is a decision I am making. Mm-hmm. If I go and I lose everything, know that I was happy.
Yeah.
Know that I'm only being obedient to a call that I know it's for me and my family, and it's for me. Me making this for me, I know what it's. I know I'm going to touch things, places, and people I would have never imagined.
Man, listen.
Because the one time I took a risk on going to LA, it ended up me opening up for Coldplay, and that right there is the like
big flex.
I can never like pretend that didn't happen. I can pretend the one time that I was like I didn't know what I thought it wasn't a good idea, it wasn't smart, I didn't have the money, did it, And with time and perseverance, it led me to the biggest stage of my life. And now I'm finna go commit real time in that same place.
What I say? I've seen him succeed without walking in purpose.
Yeah, man.
And I walking on a tightrope for no reason, just because he could.
Yeah, he finna hit him with the usher. Like, watch this. Yeah, hey, look.
And I'm telling you, it's a terrifying thing. A man with purpose and a man who fulfills his duty in that purpose is a terrifying man.
Yes.
And yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you AB Eastwood. yeah. No, that's how it feels, bro.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. Hey, listen, I'm grateful for you guys. I'm excited to see what you guys do, man. This is gonna be monumental, man. I consider you guys icons.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I'm looking in your eyes when I say it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
No, that was eye contact. That was eye contact. Yeah,
I had to sit and take it.
Yeah.
I view you guys of that level. So, man, it's just, I see you guys in a few years.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah. No, that conversation will be somehow more legendary than this one.
for sure, man.
Yeah, may it continue.
May it continue.
Yeah. No, this is
Cheers
good.
to that, brother.
This is good.
Man.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Man, wow.
Oh, man, this is great. Listen, man, thank y'all for tuning in. It's so many gems dropped, bro. Like, yeah, man, just soak it in. Soak it in. These guys are two very important figures here. And I'm excited to see what they do within their journey and the impact, more impact that they're going to put on more people that they touch. It's bigger than here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the ultimate goal, to be able to take it out, bring it back. You know what I mean? But you got to take that leap. And so for anybody that wants to reach for the stars, you got to take that leap. It's mandatory.
Pure and simple.
It is your duty.
It's your duty, man. So, yeah, man. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man.
I appreciate y'all sitting down with me, man. This is beautiful.
It's fantastic.
All right, man. Let's get up out of here.
I'm curious what he's gonna name it.
Hey, man. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out.
I'm always curious about
I'm
that.
definitely curious.
Because every time I listen to him and then I see the title as I'm listening,